Yo, yo, yo.
Hey, we are
What do you
back.
say? We are back.
Another episode of the Bet You Didn't Know podcast. Didn't have one last week because technical issues. And boy, what a pisser.
Yeah, I could tell how enthused Adam was over that whole scenario.
I bought a new computer that night.
What?
Yep.
Did you? you
I know it wasn't even my computer that was the problem, but it was just like, F this. StreamYard going to give me problems. No more.
Never again. Never
Yep.
again. Good job, dude. I didn't know that.
Yep. What's up, Uncle Steve?
Uncle Steve, big dog. We got 3 big dogs in the house now.
Oh, yeah. Woof, woof.
Woof, 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 woof. Got my crazy hair going. I've been wearing a hat all day and then forgot to put it on, so it should look a little fucking nice. It should look a little good.
What's it matter? It's
Little
Tuesday
good.
night podcast, and
After hours, that's when it does count.
I guess
If you don't
does
look worn and tattered by the end of the day after hours, then you ain't working.
Gotcha. All right. Good
Yeah.
to know. Good to know.
Anyways, man, I'm looking at the do you remember the almanac? You at least remember the almanac from Back to the Future 2, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess we can get back into you. You have the uncanny knack of burning content moments before going live. So yeah,
You know, in my world, I don't even think of it as content. Honestly, I'm just having conversation.
oh no, I hear you. It just leads to a greater discussion within the chat to see what type of things they would purchase or anything like that. But I'll let you frame it up again.
Oh no, so I found this great website called Prop Store Auction. It's pretty bitchin'. Actually, it's called Prop Store, or is it Prop Store Auction? I Google Prop Store. Anyways, they sell authentic movie props, movie memorabilia, entertainment memorabilia. And a lot of it's European, which is interesting, but I think they still do stuff in English. But one of my favorite movies is Back to the Future, and they got a whole bunch of this shit. Like, I would love it. Like, I'm looking at the almanac here from the second one, Back to the Future 2. They also have the USA Today magazines where it was like Marty seeing a picture of Marty McFly Jr. getting arrested for stealing. It was all part of part 2 one. And then they got his jacket, the the jacket that was auto adjusting and shit whenever Doc gave it to him.
Oh
He
yeah.
landed. I don't know if you remember that or not.
Oh yeah, I remember it. I just
yeah.
trying to think if there's a movie or anything from a movie that I would be like, oh my god, I want to own that. Nothing's jumping out at me.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's some people are collectors and some people aren't collectors per se, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm a memorabilia person. I have that. I'm a purist. I like to have things from things that were milestones in my life per se. I don't know if Back to the Future is a milestone, but
you have a strong attachment to you have a strong nostalgic attachment to childhood. Which
yeah.
nothing wrong.
No, of course not. Well, I'd hope not. Yeah, no, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, so they got like the Jag. I don't know what else they have. They got a bunch of Star Wars shit. I mean, they pretty much have everything, man. It's crazy. Let's see, Batman, ET shit, stuff from the movie Scream, Jaws. I don't know, Indiana Jones, it looks like. The Umbrella Academy, John Wick. If you're into John Wick, it's got one of his suits on there. A lot of shit, dude. A lot of cool stuff.
I just don't know how I feel about it. If I'm
No way
into it or not, or if there is anything. I mean, anybody out there? Is there a movie, a piece of memorabilia, anything like that you would be wanting to have for display? Landlord in the house. What's up?
Yo, John, what's good, landlord? Oh, here's one. You ready for this?
Yep.
What were your thoughts on the movie Poltergeist?
Oh, this is a pretty big one. I mean, anything to do with ghosts was
So
always been
the
pretty
clown from that movie Poltergeist just sold $656,000 is what that clown just sold for in their auction.
Yep.
What? And the board from Jumanji, the actual game board,
Right.
$262,000.
Man.
What? See, now I don't know if I'm quite like that. Not sure that I'm quite that gung ho about it. But it's all relative. I mean, I guess if you're a billionaire, $500,000 on a movie prop isn't shit.
Right. Yeah.
It's
If
like
you got a
going
space
out and
in the
eating.
living room, you need to fill it.
Yeah. So yeah, man, that they got a lot of really cool shit here, dude. So if anybody is into props, movie memorabilia for that man cave, they got a whole lot of cool shit on here. Really, really good shit, actually. Stuff that I like, the impossible stuff to find, really. Like all that Back to the Future stuff. It's good stuff. Yeah, it's real good stuff.
Uncle Steve says, landlord coming for that rent money in 10 more days. That's
Yeah,
right.
he is.
We're at that magic spot where we are 10 days out from the end of Huntsville and 10 days out from the start of XRP.
That's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Uncle Steve, I was planning on getting out there earlier this week, but kids ended up being out of school, all kinds of shit going on. I couldn't get down in the market ahead of time between the last race and this race. So Prince Adam and I are going to roll out early Wednesday morning, get down there around 6 or 7. And if anybody wants to come, they need to be buying ADRL shit for the man cave. Yeah. I like that. I respect that, Uncle Steve. Good one. Yeah, for sure. And we do. What's up, Trollson? Mr. James Trollson in his viral testing video. Congrats on that. You've had almost 600,000 views on that, and
I don't even know
about 7,000 or 8,000 likes. I forgot. I don't know, but that went viral real quick.
It shot up there real quick, and it got to that that 500,000 mark, and boy, that was something I never anticipated or never figured I'd have a video do that, but guess anything's possible.
Well, I hear, from really kind of the outside looking in, because I didn't film it, so I can look at it. I think it was about the lighting. I think there was 3 things going on with that video, Adam. 1, where you were standing. 2, the sun was shining perfectly on the exhaust, so when the fuel was blown out of the exhaust, it was like lighting up the fuel coming out. And then every time he hit the throttle whaps or hit the throttle, the low end would shake the camera a little bit. So you're like you're adding a few senses to it. It's not just visual, but then when it was shaking a little bit, it kind of added an extra element to it.
I think it was because it was shot
and it
horizontal.
Sounds amazing, and it sounds fucking amazing. I mean,
yeah,
it was really good.
It comes in quick with the sound, but
yeah,
I think it was because it was shot horizontal.
That
was the first thing you said, dude. Don't shoot horizontal on Facebook.
All right? Yeah. Well, I mean, from I get it. Can't shoot horizontal on Facebook. It only because 70% of people that are watching stuff on Facebook these days, if not more, are watching it on mobile phones, right?
Sure, but when you're scrolling through on your mobile, which is where you're going to see it, it takes up the full spot.
Well, it can't if it's horizontal. Not the same as it would if it was vertical.
Agree to disagree.
Well, I mean, it's just physics and spatial reasoning. I don't think there's any. I don't think it's an opinion.
If you scroll down through it, it takes up the full
width
size. Right.
Not height and bottom. Right.
But if it was any higher, then it would take up too much of the screen. I don't know. We have different opinions on videos and postings.
I don't know who's calling us.
But both can work.
But I suppose I'll be reserving the first 2 pit stalls for the previous 2 winners. So maybe I can get back in the good graces up in Macon, Tennessee. Yeah, it sounds like Clyde's already, or it sounds like Galen's already been hit up by everybody for those first few spots. I know Bubba gets one. I'm pretty sure Sullivan gets one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the local guys get it. Frankly, in the big scheme of things, I don't give a shit. I don't care where anybody parks. I do care from an aesthetic standpoint, as long as everybody's like parked somewhat together. I would like all the ADRL, Promot, their door cars together, and all the ADRL dragster class together, and then put all the index and guys back further, obviously, right? Because that's just the way it should be. Pros up front, right? Champs to the front. So, anyways, yeah, there's some reserve spots. So you're right, Uncle Steve, for sure. Sip it like wine. That fine coffee. Never being bullied about parking.
Never again.
Never again. Never again. I mean, you got to put up some kind of guardrails or motherfuckers be parking wherever the hell they want. And then Wade Mooney's got to fucking walk all over God's green earth to do house calls, to do inspections. So really, in the big scheme of things, it does serve a purpose other than just aesthetics. Trying to not give my guys heart attacks doing house calls, or they'll make everybody go through the way station to do a tech inspection, which I don't want to do. I don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Your show in the past, the host looked after parking. Yeah, well, I have a feeling they're going to do just a fine job of parking everybody. Walking is good. I don't disagree. Ask Adam and I.
I put in plenty of step. Yeah, that is a fair point, James.
Was he?
He's driving
every time. Well, Eddie was doing chassis certs. Wade was doing the inspections.
Yeah.
So Wade actually was doing all the tech inspections, safety inspections. I gotta get my rig parked at the track. No. Hey, Uncle Steve, we'll be getting there. We'll be getting to the track Wednesday evening. So if you want to, yeah, I mean, we can come pick you up, brother. If you want to come crash at the crib, you're more than welcome to hang out and bullshit. We got a room for you if you want to come stay Wednesday night. I don't think we got room Thursday night, only because my wife and sister-in-law and stepmom and kids and Wade. We got Adam, obviously. We got quite a few people crashing the crib. We'll look like an Indian household. We're just cramming everybody in.
Remember how much you like walking when I hijack your scooter? Good luck, Uncle Steve, because we never get to use the scooters. The scooters get hijacked from us.
They do, right?
We bring them and then watch them go.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we bring them and then they're gone. It's like, okay, I get it.
It is a lot of walking.
Yeah, it is. I don't disagree. It's a whole lot of walking.
What's up, Nick?
That's what those shoes are for, though. Nick Klaus, what's good? What is good? Oh yeah. How about all this rain? We're getting pissed on here in the Midwest.
It's a good 24 hours of it.
Pretty good. Should be a Hooters nearby.
I don't know. They all keep closing.
Oh man, I see a new RC truck. Oh, you know what, man? That's what's funny is it looks new because I don't ever drive it. That's the which one is that? That's the Rustler. That's the Rustler. Keith Camp, let's go Trump.
What's up, Keith?
Yeah, that's a Traxxas Rustler. That thing is fast as shit. It'll do almost 70, I think, and it doesn't weigh nothing. Yeah. No, that's a fun little basher, dude. I take that thing on.
There's a cool little motorcycle I keep seeing clips on Facebook for that people are driving around in like the pit areas or rock roads. It's just this little 2-wheel motorcycle that just flies, but it never, and you can't knock it down. You jump it off things, it lands, it rolls, it just zoom, zoom, keeps going.
Out of curiosity, what do you got on the TV behind you? Is this like some weird multi-dimensional podcast where there's somebody else?
This is my election coverage that I'm keeping track of throughout the evening.
Somebody eating French fries?
Yep. Looks like Perry got delivered some, I think it's Wendy's, judging by the bag. And I also see a deep dish pizza down here. He's got his Trump outfit on. Perry's in full effect. Do people
just send him food? Do people do that?
Yes.
DoorDash for him?
Yes. We know his address.
So will he have a night where it's like 1 million deliveries show up.
He will have, yeah, but the thing is, he's got a producer named Tom who, as all good producers do, keep things in line, keep things moving. So no matter what, unless it's really egregious, Perry always has to respect the queue. So he always has to at least take a bite of everything that's sent. So they'll send Dave's hot chicken, like Inferno chicken, and it's some of the hottest chicken out there. He hates hot stuff. He hates pickles. From watching him for the past 4 years, we know most all of his triggers, his likes, his dislikes, what's going to send him over. But every now and again, they will send him a steak and stuff like that. But yeah, Wendy's chili is what we're eating right now.
Oh, he's eating Wendy's. Okay,
Yeah.
There were some thick fries. It looked like.
Yeah, that's Wendy's.
Mm-hmm. Wendy's nuts drag across your chin.
Yes, indeed.
That's an older brother joke that used to get pulled on me. You like Wendy's? Yeah. When these nuts bounce off your chin, it's like, oh man, come on. Yeah, that RC motorcycle is bitching. I looked at one. I almost bought one at the hobby shop that's not far from me. And I mean, they're cool as shit, man. I mean, they're battery operated, they're fast, they jump. I mean, I don't know if they're as cool as the all-time cool, which is the Evel Knievel pool. I don't know what you call those, pool racers, pull starts, whatever you want to call them. But you know what I'm talking about, Adam? You stick the cord in, you pull them and set them down, they go flying. That Evel Knievel was probably the best toy ever, dude. People still launch those fucking things.
Yeah, I mean, the launchability and you pull a cord, that part's all well and good, but to drive it and control it, turn and things like that, boy, that seems even better.
Yeah. Yeah, the Evel Knievel, you just kind of line it up and pray. Hope that you just have to keep trying it over and over and over until you get that good shot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that thing looks like a good time.
Hey, how about the fact that we got 1,500 new followers in the past week?
Yeah,
that's good shit.
Not a bad week.
Not bad at all. Like it a lot. Not gonna lie.
They are expensive, about $600.
Yeah, they're about $600.
Peace out, Uncle Steve. Get to North Carolina, get to a campground, surrounded by rednecks, guns, and beer. God bless.
Yeah, amen.
It's a fan.
Did you ever see that video of that chick who went into the courtroom?
I did see this car, Michael. It looked pretty cool. I will admit that.
Clay Milliken's Evel Knievel car in Vegas.
Yeah, it was just over the weekend, I believe.
Yeah.
Looked pretty nice. It's amazing what a wrap job can do.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, we've got Clay Milliken's Nitro Pro Mod coming as well.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yep. Yo, what's good, Justin? Hello from the Lil Blower Maverick. Had fun racing y'all in Huntsville. Y'all got some hot rods. Yeah, fuck yeah. Well, I want to tell you that Verge class, man, no slouches there. That's for sure. I would tell you what. I know we didn't really get to do much of a recap on.
Manny covered it a little bit, but yeah.
Did he?
But yeah,
you know,
what he could do.
I thought that it was an outstanding job by the guys at Verge. They did Tyler and Brian just run a really tight ship, something that I respect. I really like their uniforms, everybody's uniform. You know, I'm a huge fan of uniformity. Pants, shirts tucked in. They got cool shirts. They just ran a really tight show, and I thought that was absolutely awesome, man. And took a lot of pressure off myself. Any type of call that needed to be made, you know, they were all for it. It was their idea for me to run in the dragster. I was just sitting up there like, Fierce, you want to fill time? I'm like, yeah, I'll fill some time. Dude, do the side-by-side dragster. Or do the two-seater. And I was like, really? And they're like, yeah, man, do the two-seater. And I was like, you know what? All right, fuck it. So I went down there and talked to Keith, and then I came out, and we came into the staging lanes, and Brian and Tyler both came out, and their eyes were big. They're like, dude, we had no idea this is a fucking, dude, you're going to go like 450. And I'm like, okay. They're like, bro, we thought it was going to be like some small block Chevy dragster running like sixes or some shit, you know, just like a
legit machine.
No, it was straight fucking legit. Yeah, it was super awesome.
Real deal, just extended to add another person. This is about it.
Yeah. And you know what? Take this for what it's worth. I've never even been down a racetrack in a car on my own. So to have my bar set at a 450 at 158 or 159 or wherever the hell it was a good way to start off. And now I know what that feels like. So yeah, I'm all for it. Now, don't get me wrong. I've got a blown Cutlass out in my garage that I'm not gonna shy away from saying that I may or may not have done some street racing in down on the river roads, and felt like I was pulling the front wheels off and stomping some fat ETs, but on a real track, it's a little different, you got all the lights blowing past you real quick. It's like, it was fucking great, dude. It was great. We got some good video of in the rail about after I thought. It's funny because there was paper that come flying out of there. Well, somebody said it was my underwear, which I thought was hilarious. And I thought everybody was just joking. I'm like, yeah. And then I watched a replay of it, and sure shit, something come out of there.
Like paper towels or something like that. Possibly.
Yeah.
When they were cleaning some off or wiping it down. Who knows?
Yeah.
What it looked like from the starting line, at least.
Yeah. Wade said, "Oh man, it looks like you lost your skivvies."
Good call. Good call on Wade's part.
Yeah. I was like, I did? I don't know. I don't think so. They're like, something came out, man. It was your underwear. And I'm like, oh yeah, it was. And I saw the video. I'm like, oh wow, something really did come out. That was interesting.
It's a fact. That is a fact, Jack.
But it was a good race, man. It was a really, really good race. Had a great time. Dave was just a pleasure to work with. I mean, for some reason, everybody was telling me like watch out about Dave. Not everybody, but a few people. And I kept saying like, man, dude, Dave is good. Like, I don't know what the fuck the problem is with Dave. And I never once had even any sort of inkling of an issue with Dave in Huntsville. Like, it was very easy going. He was super easy to deal with. So Dave, appreciate you, brother. I'm sure you're not watching this, but it was still a good event.
And he talked about that. And then Derek at that starting line was a thing of beauty.
Derek, man, golly, what a great kid, dude. Yeah, he was hilarious. We all got drunk. What was it? We were up there having beers. I think it was
Saturday.
I think it was Saturday night. Yeah, I think it was Saturday night or Friday night. Whenever they had, no, it was Friday night because they had their like after hours party. But he was busting my balls about run after. I guess it was
that
one of the
Saturday then.
Coxwell.
Yeah,
it was either Scott or Mason, but. Anyways, I went running down there and told him to stop, and anyways, I was out of my lane. I will just say that I just don't need to be out there. That's what the starting line, that's what the starter's for. So future references, I know. I just know my role now is stay back, not making any calls. That's what the starter is for. Okay. Yeah. I know it's my show
to do their job.
Just let them do their job because they clearly know what the fuck they're doing for sure. So, Derek, you're probably not watching, but if you are, thank you so much, man. You were awesome. And Tyler and Brian and Jeb, who was up there in the tower running there. That kid, Jeb, let me tell you something. Corey, what's good, dude?
What's up, Corey?
And everyone was polite. All track staff, track owners came over, spoke with us. Me and my what a fan stopping by. Yeah, it was great. You guys did have a whole ton of fans over there hanging out next to you guys. You guys are signing autographs and all kinds of shit. Yeah, it was really awesome, man. It was just it was a great event. I was really happy with the turnout. Little shocked that all the way up until Friday, everything was sweet, blue skies. And then Friday morning sometime, all of a sudden the weather changed to 40% rain. I was like, what in the fuck? There wasn't even a 1% chance up until Friday. Wasn't even a 1% chance up until Friday. And then all of a sudden, 40% chance of rain. And sure as shit, it rained a little bit on Saturday. People were calling Dave, asking him if the race was canceled. And I was like, oh my God, really? Like, what the fuck, dude? So then you got to wonder, did you lose 20 or 30 people? Did you lose some cars because it was pouring fucking right around us, all around us?
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn rain. Who's got a call in the government? Ben, what's good, dude?
What's up, Ben?
What's good, Ben?
I say Bubba.
Yeah, I say Bubba too. At a 45.
That'd be cool. That would be cool.
That'd be cool for sure. I'm hoping. And I'm hoping, hey, that's a tough, just feeling swole. There you go, Ben. That's right. Well, never mind. I think you need to be talking to your old lady about that one, not us. I couldn't believe all the race haulers that kept pulling in. No shit, right? I mean, There was a lot of rigs there, dude. There was a whole shit ton of rigs there. A whole lot of rigs. Yeah. A lot of haulers. Getting ready to push some weight at the gym tomorrow. Amen, dude. I will see you there. Friday night into Saturday. Yeah. I mean, they were just coming in. Nice rigs too. Really nice rigs.
Definitely. Some
yeah,
real nice rigs, some real nice cars inside them.
You know what sucked though, dude, is there was really no way to get like you have to get a drone to take photos. Like we need a drone. Just need to buy a fucking drone so we can take pictures. Or have somebody out there bring a drone to take some pics.
I know somebody that could help us out probably next year or something with something like that.
Yeah, perhaps. Perhapsies.
I think we'll have it covered.
No, did you see that Russian chick though? Was it Russia? What was it with the gal who her daughter was killed or some shit, and it was like a horrible thing, and the mom was just like kind of nonchalant, and she went to give her last statement of some sort. She stood up. She had like the trench coat on. She just pulls out her gun and boom, 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 just blows the fucking guy away. That's what I'm talking about.
That's wow. I know the video, but until we got to the very end, I didn't piece it together off that description at all.
No, do you know though what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was a lady whose daughter got killed by a child rapist, and then sought her own justice while he was going into court and shot him.
Oh yeah, yeah. She was
7-year-old
daughter.
Yeah,
she was like raped or murdered, some horrible thing.
Yeah,
and
what was years ago though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a long time ago. What was great about that is after she shot him, bah, bah, I mean, she unloaded the whole revolver into him, and then she looked at him and she goes like this. She goes and just put her chin up like, "That's right, motherfucker." I was like, that broad is brutal. Don't go fucking with mama bears. Don't mess with the mama bears.
Yeah, tosses grenades in the meeting room. Yeah.
I saw that one too. That was fucked up. Whoa. Well, I don't want to hear that. What are you doing? Stop. What's happening? There we go. Jeesh.
Don't know. I thought when you were talking about somebody dying, I thought it was going to be something more recent and horrific. I was figuring the guy that got his dump truck emptied the hot asphalt on top of him while he was trying to fix the dump truck and killed him.
What? Was that recently?
I think in the last 48 hours, yeah.
Oh, no shit. Where was that at?
Feel like Mississippi? Could be wrong on that. Not positive on the state. But I know for a fact.
Amen, Mike.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Fuck yeah.
80-year-old.
I love that Rocket City shirt, dude. That's a good one.
Yeah, I should have picked one up.
That's a good banger of a shirt, dude. That's a good one. Oh, Adam, you got one coming your way. You should just grab. Well, Corey,
I've got a Dragpalooza and a drag stock, and that's it.
Oh. Well.
So yeah, I keep forgetting to grab one at the event. Chris got one, and I should have grabbed one, but I didn't have one prepared in my backpack. I was carrying batteries, not wallets at the time.
Yeah, Corey's like, I know a guy. For sure.
Amen.
For sure. Let's see.
One of these days I will.
Yeah, for sure.
I will complete my collection.
I will complete my collection.
Like those McDonald's glasses growing up.
What's that? What's the McDonald's glasses?
The collections where you had the Smurfs or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. McDonald's always used to have the glass that came with
the glasses. Yeah. Not like sunglasses, but like drinking glasses.
But drinking, correct.
I gotcha. I have some, as a matter of fact.
I know a lot of people that still do. I'm jealous of that because they were super cool and good glasses. But yeah, people, they don't do that anymore.
You know what I do have is I have I also have the St. Louis Cardinals glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember those? They were like tinted almost. They were like round, like whiskey glasses. They had the card. I got some of those as well.
If we're talking nostalgia, I'd take a stack of those Pizza Hut glasses. Just for
the red ones.
Yeah, just
the red plastic ones. You know, I do have a Pizza Hut. Like they used to be the old like for servers. It was like a little tray kind of thing.
Hmm.
It almost looked like a mini clipboard, and you would they would give it to you, and that's what they would put your ticket on, and you'd put your change, and your dollar bills on it. 11 million viewers, bro.
Yeah. So then they like put the receipt and the peppermint or something, toothpick on it.
Yeah. We used I have that one in high school. We used that to roll joints, and I still have it. It was,
I was
like,
going to say, if you weren't going to say, I was going to ask what it was used for.
Yeah,
I know exactly what I've used it for.
Yeah, no, still got it, and I found it in my shit. I was like, oh my god, I still fucking have this thing.
You almost have to roll one just for nostalgia.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just for I don't even know if I could still. I bet I could still roll a joint. I have all the original glass in a box and open McDonald's and Burger King from the 80s and 90s. Bullshit, Nick. No way.
Pixar didn't happen.
Yeah, Pixar didn't happen. Pixar bullshit. Pixar bust, bro. Pixar bust. Yeah, but, I was blessed enough to have a mom that when I went off into the service, because I mean, I'm going to boot camp. I'm fucking out. See ya. I didn't I didn't nothing. I just fucking split, right? Left all my shit. What up, monkeys? Love it. What's good, Rodney? So when I went off into the fucking service, I just, obviously left all my shit behind. All you could take with you was like actually, I didn't fucking take anything with me other than the clothes on my back. I knew I wasn't going to be wearing those anyway. So when I got back home, when I got out and I came home, my mom had all my shit in my bedroom packed up in boxes.
So do you think that this is do you think the nostalgic attachment to things comes from your mom, or where does it come from? Because you've got Aid, you've got Tony.
Well, here's the thing. I believe that everybody has some level of nostalgic attachment. Sure. That
but all three of you guys kick it up a little bit.
Well, there's a difference. There's collectors. And there's non-collectors. There's musicians. There's non-musicians. There's fucking spelunkers and there's non-spelunkers. Right. Like if you're asking me why I like to collect things, it brings a level of joy. It's like an attachment, not an attachment, but it's just like it's just kind of hard to explain. It kind of takes you back. It's kind of cool. Kind of takes you back.
Whatever. I get it. The smell of a strawberry shortcake doll can kick me back.
Oh, no shit, right?
So I get it
for sure. Not that you collect strawberry shortake dolls.
No. I have sisters, and I'm creepy.
Yeah, right. That's funny.
But no, I'm just curious because it's not uncommon to see somebody that has that, but then I know Aid's collection is
unrivaled,
vast.
My dad's Star Wars collection is unrivaled.
So is that where it came from then?
I would say that it all started when I was a kid, and I got into collecting in general. I first started collecting football cards and baseball cards. So like when I played Little League football, 7, 8 years old, after every practice, I got $1 and I'd buy a Gatorade and a pack of football cards. And then, my dad had been a collector for so long. And he was like, oh, you should put your cards in sleeves and get a binder. And so he kind of helped me preserve my cards. And then he got back into collecting coins. He was a numismatist, coin collector. And so then for Christmas one year when I was like 9 or 10, he bought me a stack of the blue coin books, like for dimes and nickels and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure you've seen those before.
Oh yeah.
So then it got into coins. So then I was like baseball cards, and then it was coins. And then, but I outside of that, I didn't really collect much because I was just kind of stuck in chicks, hot rods, and playing my guitar, right? Like that's really all I did.
It's almost still too close in time frame to be nostalgic about something that was you played with 5 years ago versus 15, 20 years ago.
Right. And so I would say then as an adult, I didn't really start collecting things again until my brothers started giving me things. Like Aid's like, hey, I found this, here you go. Or hey, I found this, here you go. Or hey, I found this, here you go. And I was like, oh, sweet. And so then I kind of inadvertently started collecting shit. And then, he had some Hot Wheels that I remember vividly playing with when I was a kid. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. And so then I got a couple of those. And then I got involved in these Hot Wheel auctions and kind of went down the rabbit hole with Hot Wheel auctions. So, and music's kind of the same thing. I have a lot of, I have very lucid, vivid memories, and music is kind of one of those things where I can hear a song and it immediately takes me to a very specific time and place. Like, oh,
dude, so many songs take me back to in my car smoking weed in high school.
Sure. Yeah. Right. I mean,
I can almost picture roads and shit that I would be driving down while hearing that song.
Yeah. So, what the next shit there in a box that it will
take more than a few minutes to get out. I'll get them out this
gotcha.
weekend and send you pics.
Yeah. No dick pics though, please. None of those. So, I think that's kind of a lot of the stuff I have was given to me. A lot of this stuff back here was given to me. Now I do love stereos. And I always liked the old school, 70s,
the knobs and switches.
Yeah. I mean, they were made out of metal and they click and clack and there's buttons, and there's just something more mechanical and real about it versus like a cell phone through Bluetooth through a speaker. I mean, there's just something more rad about that, and then of course in all my shit I had found my cassette tapes. So I was like, oh shit, I still have all my cassette tapes from high school, which were like the best bands fucking of all time, unless you were in the 70s, right? Because back then when you were in high school you had some really killer bands. 80s, yeah. 90s, I mean, then you had like the fucking Metallica and Nirvana and Soundgarden and Alice in Chains and Stone Temple Pilots and Slayer, and you just had a lot of really good shit coming out in the 90s.
A lot of new stuff.
What's that?
There's a lot of new take on music.
Yeah, for sure. 9 Inch Nails, exactly. I got a 9 Inch Nails cassette tape as well. So yeah, so I mean, I would say. And then, it doesn't help that, Hot Wheels continuously go up in price. Like it's one of the few things that just continue to go up in price, kind of like some highly sought after guitars, and which I did have a good little guitar collection at one point. Sold some of them off because they're just taking up space. So anyways, to answer your question, that's kind of how I got in collecting in the first place. Football cards and coins, which I still fucking have all of them. I have every card that I ever had as a kid, still in the same binders, still in the same shit. And it was all because my mom boxed all my shit up when I left. And and I didn't even look into any of it. It was all like in those totes. And I just took them and like I had them at our house on Hemsath, right? Where you and I were roommates. I did never bother looking through them. I just had them shoved somewhere. I don't even remember where I had them shoved. And then storage unit, actually, I think just storage unit. And it wasn't until maybe like 10 or 15 years after I got out that I looked in them, dude. And I had everything, dude. My blacklight, all my blacklight posters. I mean, I even have shit from shop class in middle school, like when you made the screwdrivers and the fucking foam footballs and all the weird shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. I mean, everything. My whole lifetime of shit, even down to my toddler shoes and a jacket that says my daddy rides a Harley that I wore when I was like 2 and 3 years old. All my Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts shit. Things I made in there. Dude, literally my whole life in some boxes. Really weird, but cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, because I can actually look at it and go, damn, I remember playing with this thing. And, all my concert tickets. I got every concert ticket stub from every show that I've ever been to. Well, until you couldn't get them anymore, until it went all digital.
Electronic.
Yeah. And then I just had to start asking for set lists at the concerts. So I go to the sound guy and be like, hey, bro, can I get a set list? He'd look around. He's like, yeah, here you go. And he'd give me the piece of paper because they print out the set list. And then, and I would take it, fold it up, and I'm like, all right, well, at least I got a set list from the concert.
A little something to take home.
Yeah, for sure.
Other than an overpriced shirt.
Yeah, I was going to get a shirt for sure.
Shirts are cool. Band shirts, at least, if done right.
Yeah, for sure. All my guitar magazines. Like when I first started learning to play guitar when I was like 9 or 10, and I'd go and buy tablature like Guitar World, Guitar Magazine, um, Metal. What was the other ones? Anyways, and it was all like, of course, you'd get your classics like Clapton and Led Zeppelin and shit in there, Black Sabbath, but then it would be like Metallica and Slayer and Pantera and stuff, which is what I was into in the late 90s or late 80s, early 90s. So saved all those, all my Thrasher magazines. And I don't even really think I intentionally saved them. They were just like shit stashed in my room.
Yeah, they're just piled up and put into a tote.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not even like I collected them. My mom saved them all.
Right.
So
they've just been preserved.
Yeah, now they are being preserved in a warehouse or storage unit. Let's say I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Essentially, we got 5 storage units. Jesus, the fuck! Can never have enough storage space. Where you can, you always figure out a way to run out of room.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. It's 5 more storage units than I've got, but I guess you got kids and other people occupying the entirety of the house. So
yeah. And Lori was kind of the same way. She's saved everything she's ever had. So then I was like, oh my God, no, not both of us.
Yeah, we got to have some sort of balance.
So I had to, and I would say too, like, I love going to Planet Hollywood, like I love, or the Hard Rock cafes, and seeing all the, like the Hard Rock cafes and all the rock and roll memorabilia and shit like that. I remember being a kid going, damn, there's Jimi Hendrix's jacket and his guitar. Like, I was just so shocked. Like, oh my God, look at all this super cool shit. That's all I do every time. We go to different ones: Las Vegas, LA, San Diego, Chicago, St. Louis. We went to all of them. I've been to all Dallas, all of them. It was the first thing we did. We'd walk in. They'd wait for a table. I was gone. I was walking around looking at all the cool shit, like, if I only had that. I'd love to have that.
I wouldn't know what to do with it. I mean, I could walk past it and be like, oh, cool. And then I'm beyond it and like, all right, on to the next one.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah.
What's up, Dennis?
Yo. How's it going, man?
Nick says sometimes we ride out to the local flea market. You'll find a lot of old school music, models, cars, planes, more, band equipment, etc.
Yeah,
flea markets can be a fun little adventure
for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's a Toyman show over at the Machinist Hall in where's that at? That's in anyways, not far from you, maybe like 10 minutes from you. And man, it's great. I mean, they have all kinds of shit. You should go out there sometime and check it out. What's up, Mike?
Yeah, have to see what it's all about.
I mean, it's cool to, like, did you have any specific toys that you played with when you were a kid?
Yeah, I mean, nothing that's like the toy or anything like that.
No, okay.
So yeah, it's not that I didn't have them. I just don't have any major crazy attachment to any of them.
Yeah, no, I got you. No, Dennis, awesome, man. It was good, brother. It was a really good event, dude. It was a great event, Dennis, for real. Like, it was just smooth. It was tight. The track was prepped very well. It was just a really good, great event. It was not stressful. It was a good time. We had a chance to hang out. So it was really fun. So yeah, it was good, man. I appreciate you asking. It was a good time. I don't think, here's what I think, Prince Adam. I don't know that anybody necessarily has like this innate attachment to anything from when they were kids. I think where the switch hits is like if you were somewhere at a flea market or some shit, right? And like you seen this toy that you hadn't seen in like 30 years. You're like, holy shit, I totally forgot about this thing. I used to have one of these. And you're like looking, you're checking it out. You're like, damn, this, like, and like all of a sudden it looks like a switch, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, $5 and it's yours. You're like, yeah, fuck it, why not?
Yeah,
and it's kind of,
I'm with you all the way up until I can see it, I can pick it up, I can hold it, I can have that memory, but I have nothing in me says I need to own it or have it to then have this memory again later on.
Gotcha. So you just don't have the collector mindset. You're just not a collector.
No,
No.
not I
Yeah, yeah, that
don't.
makes sense. That makes sense.
It's just not in me for whatever reason.
I mean, it's like guys in cars. Some guys are huge car collectors, like real cars. Might have 100 cars. I'm not that way personally. Even if I had $1 billion, I wouldn't. I might have
Maybe
a 70 CUDA. I might have like an old stabbing wagon shag machine mobile, like fucking van with a 350 with shag carpet, like it was like a time capsule.
Right. I'd have a few different types of cars, but not
and that'd be it.
where I have every type of car.
That's right. That's right. I mean, I see people that like are absolutely addicted to collecting rocks and minerals and stones, and their whole basement is like this whole huge museum of amethyst and tiger's eye, and they have cases and all this shit, and they're worth tons of money. I'm like, dude, I can go outside and pick up rocks. Like, I don't really see, like, it's cool, but used to be huge into Hot Wheels and other diecast collectibles as a kid. Hung on to a few favorites, but still sorting through ones I wasn't really attached to. Yeah, amen, Mike. Yeah, and that's what happened. Like, it was weird because my older brothers were totally into collecting Hot Wheels, and like I was telling Adam, like, there was just one. It was like this Corvette that I remember having in the 80s. It was big black wall tires. It was what they called street rakers or something, where they jacked up in the back. You could pull it down and they'd be lifted and they'd get jacked up in the back. They're called rakers. And then I had I remember playing with the Crack'ems or Crack-Ups or something like that, where the doors on the sides of the Hot Wheels look normal, but if you hit it, it would flip around and it would be damaged on one side.
Yeah, I had
that. Yeah, they're called Crack-Ups. And then my brother was showing them to me. I was like, I totally forgot about these. And he's like, well, here, have one. I was like, no way. And I remember bringing it home, just like looking at it like, damn, dude, this is bitching. First time in Motor Mania history that an ADRL event was live streamed and I saw some pieces. I will watch the entire thing. Really? Motor Mania has never live streamed an ADRL event? I thought that Motor Mania used to back in the day. I know ESPN, when ADRL was on ESPN, I know ESPN live stream ADRL events, but I thought that Motor Mania may have, maybe not. They may be newer. I don't remember. Yeah. And then Mike too, the fucking Stompers. Man, I have a gold one I gave to my brother. You guys would not believe how much fucking Stompers are worth these days. Here, how about this?
Stomper.
Here you go. You guys ready for this?
Yeah, the old micro machines. Yeah, those things are pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. And so my brother gave it to me. He's like, here, dude. I have about 20 of them. Oh yeah, Nick, they're worth at least $7,500 a piece if they're still working.
What's a Stomper?
So Stompers were these little lifted trucks, and they're super badass, dude. They kind of remind you of Bigfoot. I wish I had one.
Is it just really springy suspension on them?
No. They had these foam tires on them. These tires you could take off and on, and you just put one AA battery on it, and you just turn them on, and they would just go, and you would like. They made like off-road tracks and shit and stuff for them. And so you would just kind of put the battery in, turn them on. They had little headlights and they were pretty cool, man. And you just set them down and let them go over sticks and rocks and through the water. And they were waterproof and they were pretty damn cool, man. I can't believe.
Yes. And as I'm thinking about everything, I only have one toy from my childhood that I've got here or have kept.
What do you got? Where is it? What is it?
It's a tow truck. It's a big tow truck, plastic. You wind it up, and it's got some levers on it. You can forward, neutral, reverse.
No shit.
Wind up the motor, and you can let out the winch on the back, hook it to another car, pull it in closer, and then tow it on off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's super cool, man.
Yeah, I towed a lot of shit with that as a kid.
Yeah. I wish I had a stomper here to show you, but I don't have one here. We got a pistol here. That's a good one.
People call it a stomper, I guess.
Yeah. Here's some. Just got some old Hot Wheels sitting around. Some old ones there. But yeah, so yeah, the stompers were cool, and then I had a Bigfoot. It was a Bigfoot about this big, and it had a key that you would stick in the back, and you would turn it on, and then it had levers in the top of it, yellow levers. It had a forward and reverse, and then a 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and that was a cool toy. Not interested in collecting that though. Yeah, there's so much shit to collect. I guess it just depends on what strikes your fancy.
Exactly.
Yeah. A few Micro Machine, few tractor trailers in my. Yeah, and that's the thing. Some people are huge into trains.
Mm-hmm.
I had an uncle that built his whole basement was just one giant train setup, and he built the little cities and the grass and the track. And I thought, I was like,
all that shit.
Yeah, and I just thought, how fucking bored are you?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Where does this go?
Where does this go? Like, do you just sit there and stare at it?
Yeah. And there's, I don't. I mean, I guess it's relaxing.
Not judging.
Right. If somebody finds it relaxing and that's their thing, go for it. I don't get it myself, but then again, I find things fun, like figuring out how to use an extra computer and how to put that into my setup of displays, which I've already cracked the code there.
Yeah. You're into electronics and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Staying hip, staying on top of UK drill rap and things like that.
Those dudes are awesome.
I'm telling you, if anybody's watching, if you haven't before, go on YouTube, do yourself a favor, and search Pete and Bass, B-A-S.
Pete and Bass.
Yeah,
Pete and Bass.
You will love it. You will crack up and be very confused for about 45 seconds, and then after that, and it kind of calms down a little bit, you'll be like, holy shit, are these 70-year-old guys throwing down some of the hardest drill rap with some of the craziest bars that you've heard in a while? And then get back with me and let me know.
Yeah, I mean, it's
wild.
It is pretty wild. I mean, those dudes are definitely yeah.
I think I found their Ghost Riders, which is their grandsons, which are in another group called Nine and Dex. And they've got a song called Pecan Pie, which is very good.
Pecan Pie?
Oh, yeah. Very, very good. Some great rap in the UK. Gives you hope.
Kind of like, you ever listen to the group from South Africa? They got the really weird, not weird name, but what is their fucking name? It's the tall dude and then the chick. They're a duo. It's the tall guy and then the shorter chick with the blonde hair who's got her bangs cut.
Sia?
Who is it?
Sia?
No, but I mean, it almost sounds like that. Oh gosh, I wish I knew it off the top of my head, man. No, they're just so interesting that it's just like man, I'm trying to see here.
I have no problem listening to some new music.
Oh, you would be like, dude, what the fuck? This is crazy. Hold on, let me.
I mean, I'm still rocking Dressed as Goblins at least once a day. Typically pretty early in the morning and at volumes that are suspect.
Duo, South African rap duo. I was just, D'Antwoord.
Sounds familiar.
It's D-I-E or Die, Ant, and then Word, but with 2 O's. Diant Word. And they've got some I mean, some of their songs are older, like 2012 and later. I don't know if they have new shit or not. It'd be cool if they did. I think what happened is they took a break to raise their daughter, who I think is now an adult or getting close to it. What's up? Got Haley at flea market. Oh, wonder how much you paid for her. You're like, gotta have her. Yeah, Antword. Check them out sometime. They're pretty interesting. A little older, but I think they're coming out with new shit. They just released a movie on Netflix, I think it was, where it kind of talks about them. And for all the new listeners, FYI, this is not necessarily a drag racing podcast. This is called After Hours. We talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about, even though it is on the ADRL.
Talk about it.
Yeah, even though it is on the ADRL channel.
What's up, Joker?
Joker. Mike. Oh, that's weird.
What are you watching over there?
Just some really weird AI shit. I don't know. It just caught my attention. It's totally fucked up. People are making some really weird shit on AI.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And I feel bad for the retards that can't figure out the difference between AI and reality, because AI hasn't quite made it there yet. You can still tell.
I went there for home decor and Haley gave me fleas. I guess I should have read name better. Yeah, it's a flea market. You're going to get it's truth in advertising right there.
Yeah. No shit.
No return policy, I'm sure.
Mr. Gillespie, what's good, brother man? Hope all is well.
Indeed, as we rapidly approach Dragpalooza,
November 15th and 16th at XRP Dragpalooza. It's Clyde staying there.
I'm just jealous of it.
Oh yeah, it's cool. No, he's got a good.
It's all right. Once I work out ADRL and I get that nailed down with an embroidered hat, we'll be right back on top.
That's right. For anybody watching that wants to know the Dragpalooza schedule, please go to ADRLtour.com. Go to Dragpalooza and go ahead and scroll down. It will show you the featured classes, which is the Crucible, as we all know, is a combined class of heads up, no rules, blower, turbo, and nitrous door cars. We have Extreme Dragster, a combined class of heads up, no rules, dragsters, funny cars, and altereds. We are actually expecting a nitro funny car or nitro pro mod, 1 or 2, but that's just some exhibition stuff. And there should be a few funny cars there as well, so that'd be great. We're going to have 7.0 door cars and 580 door cars and 5.0 anything front engine. And that's just to kind of as a filler, kind of help the track stay nice and prepped up. And then we're going to have some Outlaw 480. So that'll be a good day. $30 to park and $60 first come, first serve for trackside parking. So that'll be great. So yeah, we'll see you guys there. If you want to see the schedule, go to the website, go to Dragpalooza, and it is all right there. And if you want some merchandise, go to hotbananastore.com.
Shit.
Thought I'd plug that real quick. Even though this is not the ADRL podcast.
That's why you caught me off guard. I had to skip over to get my banner real quick.
You're like, wait a second, oh fuck. Yeah. So let's see what else. Hope everybody's getting out and voting if you can. If not, I get it. If you do, cool. But you know what? Hey, it's that day. Comes around once every 4 years. Be a part or don't be a part. Either way, decisions are being made. Facebook it is.
Joker asks, what's this 480 stuff?
480. So the 480 class is going to be an Outlaw 480. It's basically any car or truck. That's it. It's called Outlaw 480. Any car or truck. And it's a 480 index. So it doesn't matter what you got. I mean, it's not really outlaw, I guess.
I was gonna give you a chance.
Yeah. I mean, it's not outlaw. It's just what they call it. You know, everybody's using it. That's why we don't use the word outlaw anymore. There's not outlaw pro mods. It's run with your brung door slammers or no rules.
Why
door cars?
480? It's a good question. I wonder why they end up ever choosing the arbitrary numbers that they go with.
You know what? I don't know. I mean, you could literally have. I mean, that's a good question. I almost wonder if there's been enough bracket racing and enough index racing that maybe that might be a sweet spot for guys that, you know, can get enough passes on their motors and not have to rebuild them all the time. Maybe in that area, it's a good happy medium for guys, maybe between 450 and 550 or 50. I don't know. I don't know. But that is a filler class that XRP runs quite often, so there should be good turnout. So that was their recommendation. Other than the Crucible and Extreme Dragster, the 70, 580, 50, and 480 are all XRP guys from down there, and apparently they got a huge following. So, and they bring lots of people. So in my world, that's good. What's up, Em?
Hi.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
There it is. That's little man. 368, in case you wondered.
You said cartoon for bracket.
Yeah. Why not 470? I don't know if there's a big 470 following down there. I mean, I don't disagree. I know near Rockingham in North Carolina. Son, please don't chew on your sleeve. Oh boy. Stop doing that, dude. Oh my gosh. I mean, I didn't chew on. He must be nervous or something. I don't know. Chewing on his sleeves and his fingernails. Isn't it a 484? 484. Oh, no.
Could be.
I don't know. No. Again, those are classes that XRP has put together for filler classes, and I guess those are classes they run pretty frequently throughout the year. So those are what Clyde and Galen recommended, especially Galen. I mean, he's been drag racing since he's been drag racing 40 years at least. So they've got, you know what I like about Galen and Clyde is that they got a really good thumb on the pulse as far as their local racers and stuff. So it's pretty good. Emmett's having a sleepover. This is his buddy Henry. Henry, say what's up.
Hi.
All right, son. I'm gonna finish up here.
Quit chewing on that sleeve.
All right. All right. I'll see you in a little bit. Hey, no food or candy in there. All right. Close my door, son.
I don't mind that. That sounds pretty interesting. Go for 484 bore spacing engine. If there's cars to run it.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. What's going to fill out a class? What's going to bring cars into the pits and sending them down the track?
Yeah. For sure. You know, we'll consider that Extreme 10.5 for next year, Extreme 275. I guess 275 is more of a radial, 10.5 is a slick. I guess that makes more sense if I have to, in my brain, work out the difference there. But essentially the same thing.
Seems like a perfect no-brainer to me.
Yeah. Which, you know, when I was talking to Mike Hill and Valdosta, you know, that was kind of his big thing that he was, did you find the key to the bike? Yeah, Emmett took it. Go figure. Extreme 10.5, bring the good old days back. For sure. Hey, look, ADRL had Extreme 10.5. We had Extreme 10.5. We had Extreme drag bikes. I guess that was the class. Was it just Extreme? I think it was just Extreme
bike,
Extreme bike, Extreme drag bike. I don't know. I've watched.
You know,
what's funny is I've watched every ADRL video, and I still can't remember the name of that damn drag bike class. I think it was Extreme drag bike. Fuck, I don't know, man. What do I know? I don't know anything. But those were the marquee classes for the ADRL: Pro Nitrous, Pro Extreme, extreme 10.5, and then the motorcycle class. So we can get back into having those. We just need to make sure that there's some participation.
Round it out with that extreme 4-cylinder, and we got a goddamn thing.
Extreme motorcycle. Yeah, Brian, that's probably just.
I'm just talking. Oh, yeah, for the motorcycle. Yeah, 4-cylinder. I'm just talking about for cars. And you guess you could do 4-cylinder motorcycle too. I've owned one, but
yeah, extreme bikes, extreme motorcycle, something like that. What's funny is I was just watching the Hardy's Drags, Hardy's Georgia Drags the other day. Damn, boy, were those. I'm going to tell you guys what. I don't know to this day if there's ever been crowds like there were at those ADRL events. And look, and you could say that I'm biased. All you got to do is go look it up. Just go look at the races from Rockingham, Valdosta. Just go look at those races and look at the damn crowds there. Absolutely fucking insane. If we bring 4-cylinder, it automatically makes everyone bisexual. Jesse James is in the 484, and he always brings a huge crowd. 484, Darlene, is that like a
Mike was saying that's the
is that
bore spacing?
That's the bore spacing. 484 is the bore spacing, or is it like a weird index timing? Pro Extreme motorcycle. Okay. Okay. I trust what Brian says. Brian's on his shit, man. Them guys are on their shit. Yes. Okay. So it is bore spacing. We do have Nostalgia Pro Extreme motorcycle, and right now we have one guy filling that class. So I think that Nick Rabe's working on trying to rebuild a Nostalgia class, Pro Extreme class. He said he's doing it. Oh, Mike's in. Oh, there's two. All right, there it is. Nick, Mike. So wait, does Mike have a Nostalgia drag bike?
Yeah, his Triumph is pretty nostalgia.
I mean, it's pretty one-off. I don't know if it's nostalgic. I mean, it looks like something from the 20s. It's the baddest fucking bike I've ever seen.
It's nostalgic from that aspect.
I mean, it's
like
sick,
the old
dude.
Harley Gray Ghost.
Bro, Mike, I want to know how much you want for that bike. Actually, I think I asked him. He said there's no way he'd sell it or something. I don't know. Super, super, super cool. That's a really bitchin' bike. I'd cruise that to every car show around. Or you probably couldn't, actually. I mean, it's a supercharged. Well, what's the specs on that thing, Mike? Didn't you say it was like a supercharged or it's a supercharged something? I don't know. Surprised it doesn't run on nitro. We are working on other rides to join us. Hell yeah. But I'll put you in a dragster for a fair amount of.
Let's all guess. I know James, so I can only imagine.
For a fair amount of.
I don't know if you're familiar with
Bueller. Anybody?
Baby
Anyone?
oil?
Money.
Oh.
I'll put you in a dragster for a fair amount of money. Yeah, of course. Supercharged 750 on alcohol. Yeah, that's what that thing is. It's like a bicycle. It's James. It's like it's a supercharged alcohol engine, like in a I don't even know how to explain it. It looks like I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It looks like an old Harley bike from World War II or something, but totally stripped down with some bitchin' wheels and a supercharged 750 on alcohol shoved in it. Like it's basically a bicycle with a supercharged engine. It's really cool. Really, really cool, actually.
Yeah, it is very unique.
Yes, you are. No doubt about it. So is you and James' relationship.
Yes. Ask Kaylee.
Ask Kaylee.
Tell you horror stories. I'm not even going to get into it.
Oh boy, I don't even want to know.
It wouldn't be approved for saying on the podcast. So.
Oh boy, there we go. I see. I understand. It's been bumpy.
It's been a rough day.
It's been a rough relationship. For anybody trying to reach me, I've got the green screen of death on my phone. Phone does not work.
It does not compute.
It's shot. So
Email.
If anybody's trying to reach me, email me or shoot me a messenger through messenger.
What's up, buddy? I know. I see.
I mean, I'm getting notifications, but I can feel them. I can tell my phone what to do. Actually, I can make calls on it by telling it what to do. I can tell it to answer calls. I can tell it to make calls. I wonder if I could tell it to read my text messages. Adam's your safe zone. Yeah, that's weird. You guys cuddle, James? Maybe.
Only our arms were long enough.
If anybody's around Wednesday or Thursday night, because Friday night and Saturday night's off limits because we get back to the house super late and I just face plant crash. And that's just how it is.
I've got to decompress.
Yeah, decompress. But anybody wants to come hang out Wednesday or Thursday night at the house, at the Airbnb or the VRBO that we have, you guys are more than welcome. It'd be a nice little hangout. Maybe have some drinks or whatever else Adam wants to do.
I love water.
Yes, he loves drinking water. Lots of water.
Bring
Adam to the party. He's covered. BYOW.
Bring that. Got a camel pack. Try and catch me thirsty.
Yeah.
Well, I'm usually thirsty, but try to catch me not with water nearby.
He is thirsty. You should look at his Plenty of Fish app.
Oh, yeah.
Bong water.
I've drank it before.
I have as well. I have accidentally drank bong water.
Accidentally on purpose, done them both.
You've purposely, as like a bet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no big deal. Lee says, hey, BYOB. Yep.
Yeah, but that B stands for bitch.
Bring your own bitch. Not beer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Lee.
Or broads.
Or play.
Or boys. Whatever. It depends on who's reading the message, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Choose your own adventure.
Who do you guys think's going to win this election? Who do you think's going to win the election? I try not to talk politics, but this isn't really talking politics. It's just a question. I mean, it's inevitable. It's happening.
But it's a question that I do agree is inevitable, but the inevitability of that question is a direct correlation to a conversation regarding politics.
No, you know what? Hey, I'm not going to take it any further than who do you think's going to win the election? Darlene says Trump. All right.
Yep. James is all fired up about it.
Who did I say, Adam?
Oh, I'm sure we all know who you voted for.
No, I was reading James's comment.
Oh, yeah. James was for Trump. We had a good talk earlier today about the Electoral College and other things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's surprising because Adam doesn't like politics.
I'm not a fan of it. It's
James,
more. I'm not
I
a
forgot
fan
homie's name.
I'm more not a fan of a two-party system because a two-party system just
it forces you in directions that you may not necessarily agree with.
It's another form of segregation of the masses in order to create a popularity contest or create divisiveness within the population where it really doesn't necessarily exist and probably shouldn't exist, but they've created this nice little niche market for themselves to where they're making millions of dollars and controlling things in the government. So that's not spooky.
You know, I mean, that's an interesting point. That is an interesting.
I would think if you take the parties out of the politics and you allow there to be people in the politics, then politics can come back around to being beneficial. It's now just I'm going to jump on this side because this side's going to get me elected. Once I get elected, then this lobbyist is going to give me money, and then I'm going to be able to write a memoir and be able to retire with millions of dollars without putting in any sort of actual work or doing anything for my constituents. It's just how do I continue to get elected, not how do I continue to do a good job, which then warrants me to get elected. We've disincentivized the political landscape, and it's been
what do you think the purpose of that was originally
for
the political parties?
Just for, well, I mean, there used to be multiple political parties. So, I mean, I don't disagree that there's going to be large percentages or chunks of percentages of the general population that's going to fall into similar umbrellas. But to think that every person within that demographic that calls themselves a Republican or a Democrat would be able to run down the entire Bible for each side to say that they fall heel step in line with everything that those parties believe in. There's going to be a few things that they don't believe in. Well, now if you don't believe in it, well, then are you really part of that true party, or now you're some sort of sect of that party? Now we have different branches and far left, far right, far this, conservative. It's just all labeling for the sake of manipulation, as opposed
So then, ideally for you, then what would the answer be to that?
I would think taking the political parties out of it.
Right, and just we're Americans. This is the
I'm John Smith. I believe this. Not I'm John Smith. I'm a Republican. I believe what the Republicans believe. Have your own fucking backbone and do it. And then I think things could start to happen in the government.
Right. Like, so, hey, we're all Americans. Do you vote for or against abortion? Yes or no?
Right.
Or this is the issue at hand. Yes or no? Do we do this? Yes or no?
Right. The question should never come down to, on an issue like that or any issue of importance, the question shouldn't come to yourself to be, what is my political party's stance?
I should drag race for that.
It's what is my personal feelings, what is my personal stance. It's not, oh, what's the party line that I have to toe for this topic.
Yeah, it does force people to kind of be pigeonholed. But,
sure.
I mean, the ballots, though, do allow you to go either way.
To some extent, but when you throw in the Electoral College, that
that can right,
yeah, sure, yeah. It throws in hands into the mix that don't need to be into the mix.
Yeah,
just rely on the general popularity vote.
That's true. That feelings aren't real.
Amen.
Yeah, no, feelings are just problems you make for yourself, or goodness you make for yourself.
Sure.
Yeah.
Pros and cons to everything.
Yeah, that's true. That is fucking true. Yeah. But yeah, certainly just curious who everybody's voting for. Not that it matters. I'm not going to hold you to it. You've not been put on a book of any sort or banned from anything. That's not how I roll. I
mean, let's take a quick vote of people in the chat. Who in the chats or who listening, put a 1 in the chat if you feel that we have the best 2 candidates possible out there to be able to vote on. Because I think that's really where the problem lies, is that we're no longer putting the best candidate in the position anymore. What happened with that?
Or we can vote on who believes that Adam is right with where we don't have the best candidates. Do you believe that we have the best candidates?
Are these 2 representatives the best 2 representatives for leadership of the country for the next 4 to 8 years? Dependent.
It's all irrelevant.
I know it is, and you know why it is?
Because they're not even their
political party is going to be there after their 4 to 8 years, and they're still going to be running shit behind the scenes. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing, dude, is that they're puppets as well.
Sure.
I mean, there's it's just so yeah.
It's a mess.
Yes and yes. But I hope to see everybody that's in here. I hope to see you guys I hope to see you guys in at XRP. If you can, take some vacation, come on down. It's going to be a great time. It is going to be a great time. Yep, Prince Adam is correct. Yes, he is. Both evil, just choose between worse or evil. I mean, I think it's right. It's the same coin, just opposite sides of the coin. Still the same coin, just opposite sides.
I mean, if I was a Democrat, and I'm not in either, so it doesn't matter, but boy, if I was a Democrat, I'd be ready to burn that whole party to the ground after forcing me to have to try to vote for Kamala Harris, not even give an opportunity for anybody else to try to step in and assume that role.
Right.
I'm sure they didn't foresee that being what they would do.
I'm curious who the Federalists were.
You had the Federalists, you had the Whigs, and there were a few different political parties in opposition out there that all kind of.
I think it was the first one, if I'm not mistaken. The first ones were
Federalists.
They were Democrats and Republicans. There was those 3. I think it was Federalists.
I think Federalists were strict interpretationists of the Constitution, to where
like black and white.
Yeah, if it said it, it said it, and if it didn't say it, we're not interpreting shit. It's either in here or it ain't in here. We're going by the strict letter of the Constitution, not the spirit of the law or anything like that. That's where things started to get a little bit gray.
To the Federalist Party. Oh, it went away in like 1800. They were defeated by the Democratic Republican Party. So the Democratic Republican Party was one party? No,
See?
that can't be right.
It's just a stupid popularity contest with names for no meaning. It's become hollow.
Huh. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the like, US 60 Dragway. Appreciate that.
Yay! What's good, brother? Looking forward to US 60, as a matter of fact.
We will try to do we need to try to do a test stream one of these days now that I've got the new computer on StreamYard, because I'd love for that. All these likes and follows, they pop up on the screen. I'm watching it on my tablet happen.
I don't see any of them.
Well, I know you don't. I'm using StreamYard. So I'd have to use Streamlabs, but I think with this computer, according to the percentage of CPU usage that I'm running, we should be well within range.
What did you end up getting?
I just got a 2018 Apple Mac Mini 32 gig RAM. So I just doubled my RAM.
Did you go to EPC?
No, I went through Amazon.
Oh, right on.
So I couldn't find the 64 gig that I wanted. I mean, I could find them, but there's only like one or two of them out there. And then it makes the jump up to Studio. And once it makes that jump up to Studio, it's an amazing computer, but boy, it adds another $1,000 to the phone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, I could have gotten out for $2,300 and gotten a Studio that would have just killed it, but just went with this. Figured this will give me an opportunity to get in there. I almost went as a toss between a MacBook Pro or the Mini Mac, and then I just figure that the thing that always goes wrong or breaks on a laptop is the screen. So if I eliminate the screen, even better.
Even better. So eliminate the screen. That'd be perfect.
James trying to go up to US 60 and break their record beginning of this year.
Yeah, well, that sounds good. Because that'll be a perfect opportunity with us.
Whoop, are you letting things? Hopefully nobody caught that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either. But let me know how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes, James.
I expect a report.
I expect a report. Oh.
Well, what do you think? We're at hour 25.
I think I'm having fun.
I'm having a good time. I mean, if anybody's got anything in the chat, I don't really have anything topic-wise to really bring up or that's coming to mind on my end.
No. Anything? Oh, potential hurricane again.
Sweet. Where?
It's a tropical storm right now, and I guess it's about a week out. They say there could potentially be a hurricane and fucking hit right up in the guts again.
You're talking about the Gulf?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah.
No fun for it's not the greatest news.
Well, it won't have any effect on us.
You never know. Hopefully not, depending on where it hits and what directions and all that.
Yeah, well,
That'll hit me like a hurricane.
More like a wrecking ball. I'm trying to see if we have any 22 centers issuing advisories on Tropical Storm Raphael located over the West Central Caribbean Sea. I don't, and that was forecast show potential storms forming over the. No, that's. I don't know. So it's a tropical storm likely to become a Category 1 hurricane. Looks like it's headed towards Mississippi, maybe Louisiana. But I haven't heard much about it, so maybe that whole thing is fizzling out.
Yeah, see how it pans out.
Let's see. This was 3 hours ago. Hurricane Raphael heads towards Cayman Islands, prompting warnings in Caribbean.
Not the Caymans. All my money. All my offshore accounts.
Yeah, it looks like Sunday it should be kind of getting right up near New Orleans, maybe a little bit west of New Orleans, right up in the Baton Rouge.
All right.
But I'm not sure what it's saying about.
And every time somebody says Baton Rouge, all I can think is that Garth Brooks song.
Oh yeah. Oh, what is that?
Operator, won't you put me on the line? Gotta talk to my girl just one more time. Hurry up and put her on through. Sit my love down in Baton Rouge.
Hey man, I love Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
Although I guess he's being accused of
It's one of
a bunch
those
shit right
separate.
now.
I've got a lot of people. I've got to separate the art and the artist. He'd be one of them because I think art-wise, his music is pretty good, but I think he's a soulless, dead person inside.
I thought you kind of said the same thing about Boy George and
I don't really have any issues with Boy George.
okay.
He's a little bit, he's a little out there growing up.
Yeah. Who is he? I was trying to be funny.
Billy Corgan.
Hi, James.
Who else do I have issues with? Like Billy Corgan, I've got issues with. I got to separate the art and the artist. Michael Stipe, REM. There's a few people that I don't think that I could hang out with them at a party or anything.
Oh yeah, head singer Smashing Pumpkins, Billy Corgan.
Yeah, seems like a total dick.
Yeah, he's 100%, dude. I've seen a couple interviews lately. I'm like, what a pretentious fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like, really? Like,
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
You had a moment, but come on.
Yeah, no kidding.
Get off your own dick.
I mean, it's bad, dude. Like, it's bad. It's real bad. Who else is kind of like that? I used to kind of think that way about Maynard.
Perry Farrell.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like him.
Why?
Just don't like him. I just can't stand him. He's been the sole reason of the breakup of Jane's Addiction damn near every single time. This most recent time he got in Dave Navarro's face on stage.
Yeah.
I mean, every time it's Perry done fucked up. Perry done fucked up. So I can't. I don't know. Love the music, but I think he would be a pretentious. Russell Brand is another guy, great actor. But just even watching his podcast, he's such a kind of almost pretentious douchebag that I would lose even his point thinking, yeah, don't punch him in the face. Don't punch him in the face.
That's funny.
So, yeah, there's a few people like that out there. Now, Nicolas Cage, I can't separate the art and the artist. That one I just hate across the board.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Can't stand him. Can't stand what he does to movies. It's horrible. He's in good movies.
Here's the thing is I kind of feel that way about Jack Black. Like I like his movies and his acting, but him as a person, he seems kind of fun, but he's getting sucked into that Hollywood mainstream political shit. And it's like, dude, like, I know you got a platform and I get it, but like, come on. I think my favorite would have to be Keanu Reeves.
He seems like a cool dude.
He's a great actor. Seems like a cool guy. Very just kind of fucking chill, you know. Yeah. Michael J. Fox was the same way until he got, his shit. He's always was just kind of a cool guy, you know. Who though is here's a guy
like Rob Lowe.
Oh,
so fucking fake.
Oh, and you know who else I don't really like is the guy from Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld.
You don't like Jerry Seinfeld himself?
Dude, I've seen too many interviews where he just comes off as pretentious and like he comes off as like a Billy Corgan to me.
I think he's one of those people that I think Billy Corgan's always been an asshole and then he got money. But then there's people that I think get money and then kind of become jaded or they buy too much of what they're selling and become too sold on themselves, and it just becomes disingenuous and they become almost a different person because of success, and it loses their original appeal.
Yeah. I think maybe originally Jerry Seinfeld was probably a pretty cool dude, but yeah, now he's just like I'm like, dude, I don't like that guy. I can't watch him. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah,
it's okay. Will Ferrell, I like Will Ferrell, but he's starting to dabble a little far into politics for me too. And I'm like, dude, come on. I know you got a platform. You don't have to get into it. Kind of like Robert De Niro. Loved him for a long time until I thought he became a giant fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that he's got a lot of skeletons in his closet. I think a whole lot of Hollywood's got a whole lot of skeletons buried all over the place and in all kinds of rooms and closets. And
Yeah, I
they're
think he
doing
would've
everything they can
benefited.
to fucking protect themselves.
He probably would have benefited from retiring and
Yeah.
just, not going away, but doing like Gene Hackman did. Gene Hackman did a bunch of movies and then just kind of moved to a small town and just disappeared almost.
And
just
Gene
do
Hackman was
that.
awesome.
Right. Do that before you start making shitty movies like The Irishman, to where I'm supposed to believe you're beating somebody up. Get the fuck out of here.
His best roles were in the fucking mob movies, dude.
Well, they were, but back when it was believable, it's not. He's not that anymore.
What was that movie he was in? Taxi?
Yeah, that was one of his original one of
Original
the
one?
first
Yeah.
roles. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, there's a lot of great actors, man. There's a lot
Sure.
of I like there's a lot of them.
I mean, it's the same thing as, I mean, I guess you could put it really into any artistic endeavor, because there's still people out there like Frankie Valli's that's out there, and they'll wheel his animated corpse out on the stage so he can lip sync some of his songs from the 30s or 40s. There are still, I guess that can happen in any genre, but I guess people are still going, so they'll pay.
I feel really bad for like Elvis and his situation he got wrapped up into with the colonel.
No, yeah.
Or the general. What do you go by? The colonel or the general?
He was a colonel.
Colonel. Yeah.
Tom Parker.
Yeah. And how he just got fucking pigeonholed to death in Vegas. And I don't blame him. Even if Elvis did fake his death, he probably needed to. I would hate to think that he did die.
I don't know. I think it would be pretty fucking cool to pull that off.
For sure.
To be at that height and then just poof.
Yeah.
Woo,
Yeah.
become
I mean,
down in Arkansas.
to get out of it. I mean, dude, he had to do all those shows in Vegas. Have you seen the movie? The new one that came out about?
No, because I think that Austin Butler guy looks kind of douchey. So it wasn't really appealing to me.
Oh, I see. Yeah, he did a pretty good job, though. It was pretty good. All the actors shouldn't be a part of the influence of any presidential party running skeletons in the closet. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them do. Some don't, but a lot of them do.
I saw a great tweet that somebody, I'm sure they probably recycled it or whatever, but Taylor Swift is out there trying to tell people who they should vote for, but this chick puts out an album a year about bad decisions she makes in relationships and choosing people. So we're supposed to follow these people's advice based on what? Just because they were in a movie?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, no.
It doesn't sway me.
No, me neither. Yep, no, me neither. Doesn't sway me one single fucking bit.
But there are mindless people that will see that and they'll be like, oh my God, I have to because of this. Or because of this person.
Go vote, mother effers. Oh, 00 shit show. Who owns 00 shit show anyways? Anybody know who runs that?
That guy and his wife that we saw down at Lights Out, I think.
Oh, the gal with the CrossFit body with the banging booty and killer legs.
I don't know. I remember there was a guy, and I remember he had a wife. That's all I remember about her.
I just remember her red tennis shoes. That's what I remember.
I mean, somebody told me there was a lady standing around that he was married to, and I took him at face value on that and got back to looking at cars. So I don't know.
Was that the guy? That was the big, tall, tatted up dude. Yeah. I would answer this. Whoever's trying to call me, I would answer it. But clearly, it's ringing. But
Ryan got to go down there and got to do that last year at our first trip down to Exxon.
Go check out Dimebag Darrell's gravesite while you're in Texas. Oh, I did, and I'm going to do it again. You can guarantee it. Adam, you and I are going, as a matter of fact. Right. If you want to. When you're all leaving for PRI? We are leaving.
I don't remember what days it is. It's either like a Tuesday or a Wednesday that we leave, one of the two.
Yeah, we just get tired of walking around. I'm like, I'm kind of over this shit.
Can't remember if it starts Wednesday or Thursday. I always get confused on that.
I did enjoy Wes's after party though. That was fun. Got tore down. Got fired on a little bit by Miley Cyrus's sister. Called this one chick the wrong name. Adam steered me wrong. I'm going to blame him. And then she lit me up.
Man, Google got us both on that one.
I had no idea.
I pulled it up
Knew
after.
she was.
Sure as shit if it wouldn't have been her.
What is it? What was her name?
I
I
hate
don't even remember her name. I just put it in the past. Anyway, she just recently got married, so I'm over it anyways. Not that that matters. I was just trying to be friendly. Whatever, man. I would talk to everybody. I mean, literally, I even at let's see here. Let's see. Oh, Christy Lee. That's who it was. I called Christy Katie, and she about lost her shit. It was super funny. And then her handler had to step in the middle.
It's a tall lady.
But you know who was super cool? Bruno's super cool. I don't know. I've talked to Bruno for a little bit. Super nice guy. You know, everybody knows Bruno. He's been around for a while. But no, she was
Whistling Diesel. We chatted with him for a good while. There's a lot of cool people we ran into and chatted with.
Yeah, but Christy Lee, boy, was she I ripped open I busted open a wound there. She was pretty well. I asked her, I was like, dude, what are you so fucking bent out of shape about? Christy or something.
She works her handler. She works very hard and blah blah blah. I think that's
like, dude. I turned
away. I don't need this crap in my life.
Yeah, I mean, talk about super defensive, bro. She got like, holy cow. Yeah, I just laughed it off and we left. I was like, yeah, okay, see you later. I'm gonna go get drunk and dance with a robot.
He's feeding me shots.
Yeah. Dimebag Daryl was Nickelbag Nick in the corner.
Get to slinging and shredding.
Yeah, right. So I don't know, Darlene. We'll get down there at some point. Everybody's asking if we were getting a booth this year, and I just don't see the point in it, honestly. Not yet. We will. We'll get there. I envision having a booth maybe next year. We need to put on some banger races. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening. I'm just going to say this. I have this feeling, and I'm putting it out to the universe or praying to God or however you want to call it. But there's some big things happening between now and our first race next year. What's up, Stevie Lane? This is my middle child, and her name is Stevie Lane.
What's up?
What you doing, girl?
Cast off?
Mom wants you to lock the car and see if the sound boxes are still there.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I got the key. I think I got the key to the car. Or is it in there?
I don't know.
No, I'll figure it out.
Okay.
All right. I love
I
you.
got this.
Oh, here, you can take this upstairs.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, double check.
No, man, I got Mrs. Helper. She's awesome.
When the cast come off?
Yeah, when did the cast come off, Stevie?
Friday?
Last Friday. Yep. Okay. Yep. Last Friday.
Nice.
Mike, we're pretty much, we're like 90% done with it. I love you. Sweet dreams.
Good night, Adam.
Night, Stevie.
Yeah, we're like 90% finished with it, Mike. We just need confirmation on a thing, and we'll release that bad boy. No one else is releasing. Oh, well, there isn't too many out there anymore. I mean, I know Donald Long's pretty heavy on promoting his stuff. I know there's the winter series, but like that's winter time, and we're not a part of that. And obviously NMCA isn't around. NMRA is not around. Northeast Outlaw Pro Mods aren't around. So really, it's just PDRA, but they're on the east side of the mountains, and really the only guys that I really don't want to step on any toes with, and we have mutual feeling, is Keith Haney and Midwest. So, we'll respectfully kind of work around each other's schedules and make sure nothing gets fucked up.
Agreed.
What are you laughing about?
No, I threw in a filter. So I was getting ready to go on a rant. I just had a rant that built up inside me, and just like I was gonna cut a WWE promo on the IHRA, but I decided to pull back. So yeah.
Well, look, even IHRA has nothing to do with us. You know, and you know, after talking to Kenny, his goal is to go after the NHRA. You know, I don't think that's any secret. It's all
seems like they got enough things to
quarter
work
mile
out.
stuff. Yeah. So, it's all good, man. And I wish them the best, anyways. Kenny's a hell of a promoter. So, I believe that he has the potential to do some really great things with them. So, look, and if the IRHRA is rocking, and if everybody's doing good, and we can keep some of these people from shutting down in the big scheme of things, it's going to be healthy for the industry. So, it's all good. It's just an evolution. It's an evolution. Double O Shit Show. No one responded though. Who owns Double O Shit Show? For sure. Anybody? No.
I responded back with I'm pretty sure of.
Happy birthday to Show Junior Mafia member Alyssa. No, it's Junior Shit Show Junior Mafia. Double O Shit Show has a Junior Mafia. Did not know that.
Yep.
Did not know that. What is the point of Double O Shit Show? It's just a shit talking great. I mean, I love it. It's a great page. I fucking love it. And they got 59,000 followers. That's outstanding.
They got followers. They got merch sales. They've made themselves into a thing.
Can I drink this beer and race? Did you see that rant? Actually,
the guy that was talking about how the 58-year-old guy, he talks about how he drinks and goes out there and races.
Well, he's like, man, you guys let these motherfuckers drink and smoke pot and race, and I can't drink a beer and go race.
Yeah. It's a weird stance to take on it.
It's like, well, I mean, I don't know if I would tell everybody. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, what would he expect? Somebody to come out and publicly say, yeah, it's totally fine. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody's going to jump out and make that kind of declaration. Of course, any and everybody's going to err on the side of saying that, no, you shouldn't do that. Now, does it happen? I'm sure. But, yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty certain without knowing that it happens, without knowing for sure that it happens. But I mean,
I wouldn't bet against it. That'd be silly.
I wouldn't bet against it.
I've never seen it personally, but come on.
I bet if you're at the starting line, you could guess who may or may not have been drinking.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's a possibility. All right. What is this thing doing? Stop it already. Stop it already. All right, man. Drag racing is going through its biggest change in 50 years. A lot of older drivers are retiring. New ones are coming, and everyone trying to figure out where they belong. That's a great point, Nick, because, the guys that were around in the 60s, 70s, and 80s when it was V8s, naturally aspirated, maybe throwing in some turbos here and there. I mean, that is the guys that made the Pro Mods and the Mountain Motor Pro Stock, all the current classes. But now, a lot of those guys are either, I hate to say it, they're either dying off, or they can't physically do it, or they're retiring for whatever reason. And now you have the Gen Zs and some of the newer people coming in, and all they're used to is like 90s and early 2000s cars, which are like fuel injected LSs, stuff like that. And so you do kind of see like this imports, that kind of stuff. So computers. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's up to the sanctioning bodies and the leagues to recognize that, which I certainly do. And I know nobody likes the idea of electric cars, but I think at some point that's got to be a relevant class. Once I feel like they're a little safer, because the last thing I need is a fucking electric car setting ablaze at the end of the track and going up in flames and ruins the track, and you can't get input out. And what did I see? Justin bought Salty B, and it's a 484 car.
I had seen that.
I seen he's been getting into a lot of stuff. I've been talking to some guys lately that have known Justin since he was a kid, and he's done a great job at promoting himself and using social media. Yeah, I mean that's great, and he does that bear shit or bear something at Clyde's track. What was it? It's like this last one was like the third year he did it with Travis Harvey.
Yeah,
that was called bear shit.
Something. Can't remember what the name.
Big bear shit.
Yeah,
something like that.
$100,000 bet.
Yeah. That was great. So he's doing a good job. I wish that more racers did that. And hey, look, a lot of our outlaw guys are getting into the are getting older. In another 10 years, I don't know how many of them, 10 to 15 years, I don't know how many of them. I think a lot of them will probably be around the retiring age. Maybe. I don't know. Look at John Forrest. That guy is still hanging in there. But I think there is an evolution. I think there's an evolution in classes. I believe there's going to be an evolution in chassis and powertrains. And I believe that it's all going to happen pretty quick, and you just have to be adaptable, and we've got to be able to maneuver real quick, and we're kind of working
a lot of
towards
Carter Jacksons out there.
Yeah, a lot of Carter Jacksons. Yeah, but in 15 or 20 years, I don't know if naturally aspirated or turbo cars will even be a thing anymore. I mean, as long as LSs and computers are a deal and it's a power additive, maybe forced air induction is always a thing. He wanted SGMP this past weekend with prenup. Jesse James won the 44 class. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, and actually, I'm pretty sure I saw Celeste Smith or Celeste with a Jesse James shirt on.
I believe
one of her posts here not too long ago. I'll be honest, I don't know who Jesse James is.
I know him. He used to hide his loot here in the caves here in Missouri.
Yeah, and I know Jesse James from Jesse James from the custom chop shop,
yeah,
on TV. But
failed marriage to Sandra Bullock.
I've got to figure out who this new Jesse James is, or maybe he's been around for a while. I don't know. What do I fucking know? I don't know nothing, man.
I would think it's gonna be drones.
Drones?
Mm-hmm.
He's from Texas. XRP is his home. Oh, okay. No wonder Celeste was wearing a shirt. Gotcha. That makes sense. That's probably why you said that. Turbine engines? Yeah, who knows, man? I could even see a combo of petrol or gas powered vehicles, alcohol, whatever the fuck you want to call it, just alcohol motors, maybe mixed with electrical.
I think the new frontier is going to be those personal flying vehicles. Those are the drones I'm talking about, not like the little drones you fly around, but the one you actually drive and fly on or in.
Oh yeah. No, I'm talking about drag racing though.
Yeah.
The evolution of drag racing. But imports are a hot thing. Imports are a hot thing. I don't know how long they'll last. I don't know. I feel like that's the latest generation thing because of like Fast and the Furious. It's all imports, 2JZs, all that kind of shit. Japanese cars, Hondas, they're all, they're imports. I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
2 Jay-Z's. I think we need 2 Beyonces then.
You got 2 Beyonces to match those 2 Jay-Z's?
That's right.
But yeah, I'm naturally aspirated is kind of going, it's going to be like fuel injected and supercharged, and it's going to be weird and different. I think, I think gasoline engines are still going to be relevant for a long time, but that might be like
that's what it's always going to come down to.
Yeah. And I wonder if anybody's going to try to mix in some electric with, because you see some of the hybrid cars, right? They have a little bit of power assist. Jesse James is Oscar Cordova. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I'm familiar with that name. We'll be running smaller engines. Chevy just put out a 2.7 liter 4-cylinder capable of 4,000 horsepower. What? Really?
Extreme 4-cylinder class.
I don't really. I didn't know. I'm not familiar with that. I'm just going to copy and paste your comment here, Nick. I'm just going to go Chevy 2.7 liter 4-cylinder, 4,000 horsepower. Let's just copy and paste that. Let's see. New Chevy 2.7 liter Turbo Max high output engine. That's a L38 or no, L3B Turbo Max 4-cylinder modern powertrain designed specifically for light duty pickup trucks. Well, 4,000 horsepower on a light duty pickup truck would be crazy. Yeah, I mean, if it's got, I mean, you just never know. I guess it's possible. I mean, I saw that. You see that tiny little Honda motor that puts out 400 horsepower, and the guy's like holding it in his arms. It's just a tiny little motor. Yeah, it was made by Honda or some Japanese something, but it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. All right, man. It's on Engine Builders page. It's on an Engine Builders page. Oh, okay. Right on. That's craziness.
Indeed.
All right. Well, I need to go check on the kids. I'm sure my old lady's in bed and the kids are just doing whatever the hell they want. So they don't have school anyways, but it is 10 p.m. So they'll be a mess tomorrow if I don't deal with it. They will be at PRI. Okay. Well, we'll see them at PRI. Faux show. Other than that, I'm going to rock out with my headphones here.
Yeah, there you
go. Here pretty soon. And yeah, that's what we're going to be doing.
Later, Mike. We'll catch you at the next one.
Yes, sir, we will.
We'll have another one here Thursday, and then next Tuesday will be We Shall See.
We shall see. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the Tuesday night podcast.
Later,
it was fun. We'll see you later, darling.
Around.
Yep. And yeah, we have no sponsors for this podcast. It's just Adam and I. Yeah. We are our own sponsors.
That's right. I'll talk about Daco on Thursday.
That's right. So I'm going to do the old Irish goodbye.
Yep, he loves pulling those and leaving me to hang. So we will catch you all here possibly next week on the Bet You Didn't Know podcast Tuesday night. We will definitely have the 80-year-old podcast Thursday night, so tune into that one. And then we will be live at the track at XRP here in just about 10 days. So if you're not planning on being there, you're planning on being square.